And we're back with another episode of Lakers Latest. I'm Gerald Glassford, the new host of Lakers Latest channel. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe to make sure that you get that notification on when the latest episode of Lakers Latest hits your feed. Big shout out to the Fan Art Network for allowing me the opportunity to cover the Lakers for their channel. If you're familiar with my coverage over the years on the Los Angeles Lakers, thanks so much for checking me out here. And if you're new to my work, I hope that you enjoy what I bring here with Lakers Latest. So with that, let's get to it. And get to it we shall, because there was a big win by the Lakers on Saturday night as they scored a 116-110 victory over the Dallas Mavericks in the Big D. The Lakers bucked their recent trend in the first quarter by getting out to a 9-point lead. They have been getting out to leads in the first quarter as of late. Been very frustrating, but they actually extended it to double digits by the end of the first half. But then in the second half, in that third quarter, the team lost their focus on and execution on both sides of the ball. Really sloppy play, turnovers, defensive lapses. It forced the Lakers to give up the lead in the third quarter, and they found themselves by as much as 15 points down in the fourth quarter. But credit the team. They did find their way back into the game as LeBron James, Jake LaRavia, and Marcus Smart, they keyed a run for them in the midway part of the fourth quarter to get them close, and that was followed thereafter by two straight clutch threes from Rui Hachimura. Probably his best game back since being moved back to the bench with 17 points and 8 rebounds, and some clutch play from Luka Doncic himself, who had a great game in his second return to the Big D, 33 since being traded, of course. 33 points, 8 rebounds, and 11 assists to take the lead and keep it as the Lakers improved upon their NBA best record in the clutch with the victory over the Dallas Mavericks. And the Lakers, with that victory and the two losses on Sunday at home for both Minnesota and Phoenix, keep them in the 5th place in Western Conference. They're now a half game behind the Houston Rockets heading into Monday's action, but they're now a full game in front of both Phoenix and Minnesota, starting to hopefully get some distance between them and those teams as we head into Game 4 of an 8-game road trip. But despite all the good news there has been a kind of stuff that's been going around as far as what you guys hopefully heard with that ESPN article that dropped on Wednesday and the aftermath and the fallout from that. So hopefully you guys got a chance to check out that story on Wednesday when it dropped, or if you haven't yet, it's on ESPN.com about the internal family strife, how Jeannie reportedly feels about LeBron. Well, let me put it to you this way. It's been a lightning rod of division amongst Lakers fans about what the future holds for LeBron James and the Lakers. I've gotten 4 comments. I've gotten comments against it. I've gotten comments they want him gone now. They've got comments they want him to finish out his career with the Lakers. Got comments they want him to retire. All over the place. But after that bombshell ESPN article by Baxter Holmes last week outlining those issues with the Buss family, the internal strife, especially when it came to selling the team, period, and then selling the team to Mark Walter, and then the reported disappointment by Jeannie Buss with LeBron and Clutch. Wow, it really got, according, if you believe the reports anyways, it got really nasty. And with much speculation about LeBron's future swirling around by the day, ESPN's NBA insider, Shams Charania, he added a little fuel to the fire in an appearance he made last week on the Pat McAfee show. Because in it, Shams outlined what could be perceived as a possible end to his run as a Laker. This is what he said, and I'm going to quote him here. Quote, "The reality is here, what we're having right now, this is an end of a relationship in terms of LeBron James and the Lakers." He also added, quote, "Whether that comes at the end of the season, if LeBron James decides as a free agent to sign somewhere else, or if he decides to retire, or if he decides to come back for one more year and decides he wants to retire as a Laker. Nobody knows yet. And LeBron James is not showing his cards in any great detail. But Shams continued on later in that interview on the Pat McAfee show. Quote, the end is near with this relationship, however you want to slice it. You can see they've clearly turned a page, talking about the Lakers' stance on LeBron James, Sharania said. Quote, Luka Doncic is the team's franchise cornerstone. Luka Doncic is where this team is going, and that's understandable to everyone, especially LeBron James. Well, this is my bit. He's 41 years old, and retirement's not into the distant future. So, it's understandable that the team is focusing more on Luka. But be that as it may, quote, but it's how he wants the end of his career to play out. Does he want to retire a Laker? Does he want to retire somewhere else next season? Or does he want to just retire? Period. Those are all questions that he's going to have to answer, but on what time? It's going to be on his time, which isn't surprising to say the least. Obviously, LeBron has been very singularly focused on making sure he creates the narrative about his career and as far as what's gone on with the Lakers or what have you. So he was asked last week after the Clippers game. I don't know if you guys caught this, but on what was stated in the ESPN article about Genie supposedly having an issue with LeBron in regards to as far as his belief that he saved the Lakers. She supposedly took issue with that. Supposedly took issue with the fact that she thought that Clutch and LeBron were ungrateful for the Lakers drafting Bronny James in 2024. Supposedly, again, these are all reports in that Baxter Holmes article, and you can check it out on ESPN.com. But when he was asked about that, he said, quote, if you know me personally and you know what I'm about, these guys know what I'm about. And that's all that matters. Okay, let me say that again. If you know me personally and you know what I'm about, these guys know what I'm about. And that's all that matters. Okay. I could care less how somebody feels about me. End quote. Okay, well, there you go. But when he was asked about possibly getting out or asking out of his no trade clause, because he's one of the few players in the league that actually has he's the only player that has a no trade clause. There are other players that, by the fact that they signed an extension later on in the year, they have a no trade option, but he actually has a no trade clause in his contract. And he was asked if he might be waiving that no trade clause and leaving the Lakers before the February 5th trade deadline. His response was, I'm good. So the drama continues in Lakerland between the Buss family, LeBron, all that good stuff, and also what the Lakers are up to. But whatever it is that the Lakers are up to, LeBron, the Buss family, all that good stuff, make sure you go ahead and check us out right here at the Lakers Latest. So go ahead and make sure you get that each and every time out. Like and subscribe so I can drop the latest info on the Buss family saga, LeBron stuff. LeBron wants to stay, go, be traded, retire, what have you, or anything else. Please go ahead and make sure you like and subscribe so you can get that latest episode of the Lakers Latest right to you. But before we head on out, got a couple things I wanted to add, and one of them is up to Austin Reaves, because Austin Reaves has been working out behind the scenes, getting up to full court speed as far as it's concerned in practice, and there's a lot of reports out there that says he could be back on this road trip and back by as soon as Wednesday in Cleveland. He's been on the court in full court drills, and a return for him soon is going to be a big boost for the team based on what he's done so far this season. He's had a career year. So you got to keep that in mind, because that a return to form for Austin, the continuance of how well he played like he did earlier this season, that could really bode well for the Lakers. Plus for him, it could mean a chunk of change for him, because this summer he can opt out of his contract and become a free agent. And as an unrestricted free agent, he can command some big dollars from another team or be signed on a long-term deal with the Lakers. So we will see what happens. And again, whatever news comes about with Austin Reaves, if he makes his return in Cleveland or on this road trip, and then of course what his future may be, we will always make sure we got it covered for you right here at Lakers Latest. But before we headed out, wanted to make sure you guys got covered as far as what's going on with the Lakers. And on Monday night, they are going to face the Bulls. They did leave Dallas, the Dallas airport, and headed to Chicago around, I guess, 2 p.m., 3 p.m. Pacific time. And they did make it to Chicago, again, barring the cold weather and a lot of issues out there for everybody out there. And by the way, stay safe out there, and hopefully everyone is okay. I know they're dealing with some really harsh weather in several parts of the United States. So hopefully you guys are out there are okay. But yes, the Lakers will face the Bulls on Monday night, I believe 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So go ahead and check it out. So just wanted to mention that. But yeah, they are going to be playing the Bulls on Monday night. Jake LaRavia is the only current rotation player listed on the injury report, as he is questionable with a left quad contusion. Marcus Smart dislocated his finger reaching for a ball as being passed in the Dallas game he was trying to steal it, knocked the ball away, but in doing so, popped his finger. I guess he quickly popped it back in place. He was icing it after the game, but it looks like he's okay because he's not on the injury report. So yeah, looks pretty good for the Lakers. We'll see what happens with Jake LaRavia and if he can make the game on Monday night. But we've got it covered for you with our thoughts on the game as it happens as far as on Monday night. So we'll have that for you as far as for Tuesday's show. So looking forward to going ahead and dropping that info for you then. But yeah, just thank you so much for being a part of my first episode with Lakers Latest. Cannot thank you enough for stopping by. But that's it. That's the latest from Lakers Latest. But I want to hear your thoughts on all the stuff that's going on. I need some comments down below. Or if you're listening, just please, any way you could go ahead and get a hold of me on that. Please let me know your comments because I want to hear your thoughts on this whole ESPN article, LeBron James with the Lakers. What's his future? What do you want his future to be? Because that's pretty decisive, or that's really, really divisive. Excuse me, in and of itself. So yeah, I really want to hear your thoughts on LeBron's future with the Lakers, the whole Bus family saga thing. I want to see your mock trades. I want to see your mock trades for the Lakers. If you've got ideas for the upcoming trade deadline or what you think the Lakers will do, or will they do anything as far as trading at the deadline? So please let us know if they will make a trade, because the belief is that Rob wants to save a lot of that beloved cap space for the summer. So we will see if he'll save all those assets for the summer as far as the picks that he has left, or the cap space that he wants to let go and become available in the summer. So yeah, let us know if you think he's going to make trades, Rob Pelinka will, or if you've got any mock trades that you think will help the team. I'd love to see it. I'd love to hear it. Please let me know down below in the comments. And your thoughts on what Austin Reaves will do now that he's close to coming back in the lineup. Do you see him meshing well again with LeBron and Luka? Do you see something as far as really, really out there that he can go ahead and do? Do you think that he'll be playing as well as he did earlier in the season? I want to hear your thoughts on that. Really, really want to check out what you guys have to say. Come on, guys, here at Lakers Latest, let's get going with some great likes, subscribe, some great comments. I cannot thank you enough for being a part of what we do right here at Lakers Latest. Looking forward to my time here with FanArc and Lakers Latest. Cannot thank enough to them for allowing me to stop on by here, hopefully for the future, hopefully on a daily basis or a lot right here on Lakers Latest. So I'm looking forward to that. But I'm glad to have you aboard Lakers Latest with me, Gerald Glassford. Thanks so much again for watching, listening. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, as FanArc and myself will bring you all the Lakers news and information that we can, as always, right here on Lakers Latest.